I'm inspired every day that I have the opportunity to work with the students and staff in our community. With such a diverse community, we have opportunities here to grow as individuals, and I continually am inspired by seeing what's happening in our classrooms.
And I'm also inspired by other teachers. There's a great wealth of talent in MMSD.
We've been working so hard to address equity and what that looks like for our diverse learners here at our schools and across the district.
I think the district is constantly looking for new ways of learning and reaching out to us as administrators as well as staff and providing support.
I know my administrators have been super thoughtful about including all of us in decisions and encouraging us to be part of the decisions made in the classroom.
The district has put equity at the forefront of everything we do here, and it has been inspiring to be a part of that process.
We have Spanish, English, dual language immersion programs. We have Hmong English language immersion programs.
I think the reason I went into teaching is because I never had a teacher that looked like me in my K-12 education, and so I thought it was really important to have kids who are black and brown and other marginalized folks have an experience that was totally different than my experience.
2 years ago when the hiring pool was made, it was the highest number of teachers of color.
So at Hego Elementary School, at the 4th grade level, we have 3 African American teachers, which means that every student at Hego that passes through will have an African American experience with a teacher.
I think our district is doing a great job embracing equity. It's been one of our top priorities as a staff, and really trying to make sure that every member of the community feels welcome and valued as a part of this MMSD program.
I think the Black Excellence model for students for Black achievement and closing the achievement gap for African American students is a way of highlighting and showing that they are equal educators as well. Also, there is a strong push through the Grow Your Own program to hire teachers of color.
Because we are teachers of color, we do take that curriculum and think, okay, how is it best going to support our marginalized kids? And then because it's supporting our marginalized kids, then it's also going to support the rest of our kids.
We are taking race head on. We are encouraged to speak freely at our staff meetings. Every 2 Mondays of the month, we are gathering together to talk about race and to talk about equity and to really look at our own biases.
Not only for our staff, but for us as individuals, as leaders. We are looking to not only grow as a district, as a school, but also as individuals, as equity leaders.
Culturally responsive teaching in my classroom looks like my students are engaged, that they see themselves in the curriculum, that they feel access to the curriculum, and when they see themselves, they engage in fabulous ways.
I learn about the kids, we get to know each other, I tell them about myself, and so their interests and their backgrounds inform my teaching.
We brought in Dr. Patina Love to talk about Black excellence and different ways it can be displayed in the classroom.
It also looks like a classroom environment where children feel a deep sense of belonging and that they can take intellectual risks and explore and ask questions and learn.
Because we talk about race and gender equity so openly in the classrooms, you will see kids embracing one another and lifting up one another every day in the classroom.
Culturally responsive teaching is all about keeping children at the center and understanding their background knowledge and the funds of knowledge that they bring into the classroom and how to tap into that and leverage that so that all students feel like they can thrive and be scholars.
As a principal of color, and I've been as a principal here for nearly 10 years, I feel so supported by MMSD. I feel like our work is always collaborative. And I feel really valued and heard, and that my voice is reflected in the work that we're doing.
The district has been nothing but supportive and has allowed us to grow and to move at a pace that's going to help our students.
I've been really pleased with the district's openness and encouragement of myself and my team in our ability to innovate. They've given us a lot of freedom to try new models and pilot new programs, and I think that's been really beneficial in us finding new ways to reach students.
MMSD is a very, very diverse place to work. It's very progressive, and there's a lot of benefit into teaching and kids in the community when they see you outside of the school, that you're a hero to them, and it's great to touch lives of young students.
I've always been super supported by my department, by my administration in taking risks and trying new things and saying, hey, could we do this way?
The district has allowed it a lot of flexibility for us to work together, but also has given us the space to collaborate. And that's what I really appreciate about here working with MMSD.
I've been lucky enough to receive some grants through the district, and I have been able to do some really cool things with them, and so I'm grateful that the district gives us that opportunity.
The wonderful things, the innovative opportunities that students are invested in, and seeing our teachers not only being their best in educating students, but also as teachers really taking the opportunity to learn from our students.
That's what keeps me here. The successes we have around our racial equity work and the challenges we are facing. Those are things that are great about our MMSD.
I think if you're coming in here and wanting to disrupt and dismantle, then MMSD is for you, because I think there are spaces and places for you to do that as an incoming teacher. And I also think, especially if you're a person of color, I think there are spaces within schools and outside of school where you can really connect and find your people in order to have those conversations about educational justice.
I appreciate the fact that here in Madison, we are equity driven, which means that our decisions that we make is purposely designed to help all families, but specifically our families who need it the most. And that is exciting to me, and that makes me want to stay and grow within this space and place that really values our families.